REIRIE, still one of the hardest to pronounce of all the band names. But, you know, this is a project that I think anyone who's been following these two girls for a while will be excited about because, I mean, we had obviously Bratz back in the day and before that Lady Baby. Lady Baby itself, a project that's gone through so many different versions. It's more like it's been several different actual bands. I still think, actually, I know this is probably a controversial thing to say when I'm about to do a reaction to a REIRIE song, but I still think my favourite version of them was that four-piece lineup before they broke up and went away and came back as they are as the new group. I really like that four-piece group. Anyway, REIRIE has been a project that a lot of people are excited about. It came in with quite a bang with some really awesome songs, but I must admit, I think the best song they've had so far is Ruler Ruler, a song that came out quite recently, and I foolishly didn't do a reaction to. I was so excited to hear the song, I just listened to it, I was like, wow, this is awesome, and then realised about halfway through my first listen, oh, I should be doing a reaction to this. So I'm not going to make the same mistake second time. I missed out on one of the bangers of the year, and I'm not going to make that mistake this time. Faint Light. It's 3 minutes long. It's out. Came out the other day. I think it did come out yesterday or 2 days ago, 1 day ago. Yeah, anyway, it came out on 29th. Right. I am not going to miss out on this time. Is it going to be just as amazing as Ruler Ruler? I don't know. That song was really good. But I'm just excited to see more REIRIE. Can't pronounce it. Let's go. Faint Light by REIRIE. Can't wait. Oh, nice. Love the dual guitars. Really cool. That's so funky. Build up's amazing. Where are we going? That's very interesting. Love it. But is it going to build from here? Where are we going? Oh, they're withholding the snare drum. Oh. This is a very interesting build-up. And there's another catchy chorus, isn't it? That's another catchy chorus. I love what's going on in the rhythm of this song. Oh, that fade out. Oh, I love that. You can hear that. That really did. I mean, that I don't know what type of bird that is, but it's a sort of bird you hear that a lot in Japan, especially in the countryside. I love that. It just fades out. You can hear like the slight white noise of the background of like a just normal microphone. You can hear sounds like someone walking on floorboards. I love that. It gives you that feeling that it's just sort of gone back to just everyday life, which really feels in keeping with like the mood of this song. You know, it's a very sort of, it's got this feeling of an introverted song, someone thinking within their head. You know, where else would you think? But it's like it's a really interesting feeling that this song's got there, and that fade out works perfectly. But let's talk about the song itself. What an interesting deal. Now, this is very different, obviously, from what we have with Ruler, and I love that contrast. You know, the truly great groups, whatever type of music you're doing, contrast. That's what makes you interesting. If you just keep on doing the same thing over and over again, it gets boring. This is really interesting. Now, at first, it makes you... it kind of gives you not very much. You have those two dual guitars, which I really loved how they played off of each other, kind of a syncopation between them. You had this really interesting rhythm where they were sort of picking holes in each other's rhythm, so your ears were constantly being fed different things, which are sort of complementary things. So it's really nice. Immediately you feel like bathed in this really interesting sort of stereo sound, and then just the way it adds to that, by then you get that very low but held bass note underneath. So okay, now we're adding a bit of floor to this. You know, it's like thickening out the sound, but it's keeping it focused around that sort of unpredictable or very sort of sporadic sort of guitar rhythm. I can't think of the best adjective for that, but you know what I mean, that kind of very odd interplay between the two guitars. And then when the rhythm comes in, rhythm very similarly to the guitars, it's very interesting how it avoids doing the sort of what you'd expect from most, I don't want to say dancey, but you know, EDM focused kind of songs where it's like kick, snare, or some variation of that. This feels like it's trying to avoid that as much as it can. You get some like quick kick bits at points, but that's almost more like a heartbeat. Boom, 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 trying to build up the tension. And then when the snare does eventually come in, it's this really sort of quick moving. It's not just kick, snare. It's like it's really sort of rumbling. I'm not sure where the best point to show you is. So that's where you got that like heartbeat like kick. But then I guess you do kind of have the clap sound in there, don't you, playing as a snare, but you've also got those other sort of tapping percussion sounds which are working around it. So it feels very busy. It's like it's not focusing in on just like snare, kick, snare. It's just got a lot of things, and all of them are given equal importance in the rhythm, which is really nice. So you end up with this sound where the rhythm just feels like a lot of things that are rumbling along. But it's interesting how it builds up on that, and how the whole production is built up quite nicely. Yeah, I thought this was very nicely done to give a feeling that was both sparse and busy at the same time. Nothing was really punching at you, but lots of things were kind of, there was a lot of interesting things playing around in the sound, which were all kind of working together to give this sort of interesting mass of just gently, sort of gentle sounds rumbling along. It's really hard to think how to word this perfectly, but I personally found that just to be a very interesting sounding song. And the net result, though, when you take away all of that, looking into the details, what you basically had was quite a simple, light feeling song. You know, very simple chord patterns, very simple chorus, a very simple melody. But because there was so much happening in the background that felt so detailed, you could just do this simple, very catchy melody over the top, because you know, it doesn't feel like boring. It's not like strum acoustic, sing a simple melody and it's over, where you go, okay, that's pretty forgettable. This, you're allowed to have that simple, catchy melody because you've got so much happening underneath, which is giving it so much more personality and uniqueness in the production. As always, the two of them work fantastically vocally together. I think they do just a brilliant job. On this, you know, the vocal performance feels quite soulful and nice. It's quiet and calm in places. There's a real sense of emotion to it. The video as well. The video clearly not produced on a huge budget, or didn't need to be a huge budget for it, and yet it looked really nice. It captured the feeling really well, moved beautifully. They played around with some of those flickering shots and like slightly altered shots and everything. Yeah, this was great. I really enjoyed it. I'm going to give this a like now. Got to give it a like. This was lovely. I thought this was a really good example of how to do something spaced out and kind of a little bit edgy feeling, you know, a little bit weird, but a little bit introverted, but still to make a catchy pop song out of it at the end of the day, still convey a very universal kind of feeling. Without even reading the lyrics, you could just get a feeling from it. To me, that's a demonstration of a job well done. So anyway, this was a bit of a ramble, a bit of a. I hope that it made some sense and was in some way productive. But those are my thoughts on this new song. Was it called Faint Light by REIRIE? Great stuff. Really, really cool. Check it out. Hope you enjoy it too. Well, I mean, go watch the original version, linked below as always. Get into the comments. Tell me what you think. If you want to see a music video I produced, go check out this one that I produced. I directed this and wrote the song with ASSUN of Castella Park and Otto of Caramel Candid. That was really fun, so I hope you enjoy that too. And until I hopefully see you very soon in Japan for the next one of these, for now, I need coffee. No wonder I'm not able to think. I'm going to go get a tissue. Ciao, ciao.